MG-42! 10 o'clock! Nail him! Fire!
The M9 rifle grenade. The Americans had an effective anti-tank rifle grenade during World War II. It was even used by the British, who adopted it as the number 85 grenade in 1944. The device weighed only 1¼ pounds, or 560 grams. The body is filled with 4 ounces, or 110 grams of pentolite. The weapon used the hollow charge principle, meaning the energy from the small device was focused into an extremely narrow point, allowing for maximum armor penetration. The device is made of 2 parts, a stabilizing fin spot welded on a stabilizer tube, screwed to the base of the grenade. The base of the M9 contains the impact fuse. The impact fuse consists of a firing pin held by a spring in flight. When the grenade strikes a target, the pin moves forward to activate the detonator and explode the charge. For added safety, the firing pin is retained by a safety pin. The small grenade was effective against medium armored vehicles during World War II and could damage vulnerable areas on larger tanks as well. The grenade could penetrate around 60 millimeters or over 2 inches of armor. The grenade could be fired at ranges of up to 250 yards. A chart would aid a soldier in obtaining such a range. Even a grenade sight was available that could be mounted on the side of a rifle, but these were issued in limited numbers. Range would be adjusted by the depth the grenade was mounted on the launching spigot, and by adjusting the angle of fire, though M9 grenades are always mounted at full depth to prevent them from accidentally slipping off and exploding. The further the grenade was mounted down the spigot, the greater the range and recoil, so long-range shots were delivered with the butt of the rifle held against the ground. Because the grenade detonated on impact using a hollow charge effect, range or velocity of the round did not affect armor penetration. Soldiers were instructed to use the weapon within 75 yards from cover for both accuracy and safety. The grenade was highly portable, inexpensive, and an easy-to-use anti-tank weapon. 1 or 2 men per infantry squad carried them. The M9 had an advantage over the bazooka, as it had no backblast, and therefore could be comfortably fired from an enclosed space. The grenade could also be effective against infantry and used against buildings. Of course, fragmentation rifle grenades are more effective against infantry in the open. The biggest drawback to the M9 was that it didn't reliably detonate unless hitting a flat surface. Overall, the rifle grenades were considered very effective, and grenadier count went up to 3 and sometimes 4 per rifle squad by the end of 1944. Given how many there were per squad, it's an underrepresented part of a rifle squad's firepower in the movies. Rifle grenades were a common addition to armies since World War I. They have always been hard on rifles, as they accumulate greater than normal gas pressure in the barrel. Pressure needs to build up longer to launch a slow-moving heavy projectile versus a bullet. American semi-automatic rifles like the M1 Garand needed further protection not to be destroyed by this process. A Garand was able to fire these grenades by using an M7 rifle grenade launcher. This device, along with a special valve, helped vent excess gas pressure to protect the rifle. To launch the grenade, a blank, or better known as a rifle grenade cartridge, is used. Unfortunately, loading these rounds is never shown in the movies, so it might leave an impression that rifle grenades are fired using regular ammunition, but this would have disastrous consequences and easily destroy a rifle. That being said, if no grenade is mounted on the launcher, you can shoot through it, but as the semi-automatic feature is disabled as not to be destroyed by the gas pressure, a soldier would have to cycle the action by hand after firing. Credit to games like Scriptum for showing the real process. A soldier would remove a regular round from the chamber of the rifle and put in this special blank. These rounds are easily distinguished from regular rounds as the nose of the cartridge is crimped. There's no bullet, just gunpowder to create pressure down the barrel to launch the grenade. A rifle grenade cartridge will have significantly more gunpowder than a blank. There is no variant of the M9 grenade which can be fired from an underbarrel grenade launcher. M9 rifle grenades were used after World War II during the Korean War, but were eventually replaced by larger anti-tank grenades. During the Vietnam War, Chinese copies of the M9 would be used against American forces. Alright, I'm Johnny. Thanks for watching this video on the M9 rifle grenade. I hope it wasn't too much pressure. Take care, and have a nice rest of your day.